Welcome to another episode of the Real Talk 965. Today, we're joined by someone whose journey in Kuwait spans over a decade. A physicist by training and an educationist and mentor by passion, he brings with him over 35 years of experience shaping young minds, guiding families, and building bridges between Indian education and a global future. It's truly a pleasure to welcome Dr. Surjeet Singh.
I welcome Dr. Surjeet Singh. Let's hear his story and where his journey in Kuwait began.
I started my journey in the field of education with a very prestigious brand in India some 35 years ago. And I have worked at various positions. And then I was sent to Kuwait by my organization with a purpose. And I've been here for almost 13 years in Kuwait.
What was your first impression after coming to Kuwait?
What I could collect from my colleagues and my friends in India before coming to Kuwait was that Kuwait is a very small place and people are very friendly. And all my previous friends had come for a very small, short while. But I also thought that I'll be here for a very short span. But as the time passed away, time passed very quickly, and I could spend 13 years. And I built up a special relationship with the students in Kuwait, the parents, my colleagues in school, and I enjoy my work.
That's really nice. How did you cope up with the huge cultural differences in comparison with India?
I don't think so. There is any such cultural difference because all my friends, all my colleagues, they're very friendly, and we have been sharing each other's culture, each other's festival, and I never feel like that I'm in a different scenario at all as far as culture is concerned.
When you first arrived in Kuwait, did you imagine that you would be spending a big part of your life here in Kuwait?
Generally speaking, no. I thought just like my other colleagues and other expats, I'll be here for a short while and complete my task and go away. But as the time passed on, the relationship with the students, parents, my colleagues, and all other stakeholders in the school, it went off so nice that I don't feel like, I feel like I'm being at home. So it's not just a stopover, which I thought initially while coming from India to Kuwait, but now it's my home.
Nice, good to hear. It has been a second home for you.
Yeah.
For many Indians, Kuwait is mainly about work. But when you say Kuwait feels like home, how do you describe it?
When you are at work in your place, I mean, obviously you work, but when you have good friends, you have people who trust you, then you feel like that you are at home. So it's not like that. And I feel pride when a student whom I have taught, they come and meet me with the next generation and their children are again put into the school. So I feel like that education is just not a profession. It's a lifetime journey. So I feel very happy.
That's nice. If we have to talk about academics over here in Kuwait, many Indian schools follow Indian boards. How different is it since kids are staying away from India but still following the Indian board?
As far as the academics are concerned, it is almost same like in India. So we are following the same board. But as we discussed earlier, there is a cultural difference. So they are under little pressure also that they have to perform well. And we have to train them because cultural unity has to be maintained and they have to remain grounded. They have to follow the culture of their roots from where they have come. So they have to have a blend of academics as well as cultural unity.
That's a good response. And many Indians over here in Gulf, they dream of sending their kids for higher education to abroad, especially Western countries, US or Canada. What's your take on it?
I think there is no harm in that. But I will suggest these parents that before they choose any such option of going abroad and studying, they should also make a comparative study about what options are available in our country. Because our system is obviously enriched with a good education system. And yes, going abroad is certainly a good option, especially for those who can afford it. And but before they go or decide anything, they have to make a deep study about the new place where they are going to. They have to make a balance between the academics, culture, finances, and other aspects have to be taken into account.
Okay. So you mean if students have studied their higher secondary in Kuwait, they can always go back to India and have their masters or bachelor's done out there. So it might be still relevant and equivalent to going to Western countries and studying.
Yeah, there are many students who have been following this. They have been, after completing their schooling in Kuwait, they go to India for their higher studies. They prefer to do their bachelor's from India and maybe their master's and higher studies they can go for abroad.
That sounds good. A question. Since you're teaching from almost a decade now, do you have any special students who reach out to you after a decade, maybe like just to catch up with you or let you know that where they are right now?
Yeah, every year towards the end of the session, I find many students who have passed out in the previous years. And sometimes I'm not even able to recall, but when they introduce themselves, then I get to know about them. And it's very, very happy to know that these children are studying abroad. They are doing very high education. And I'm very keen to know what are they studying, where are they, and what is the kind of environment into those places. Because then I can share that same thing to my current students.
Exactly. From a student perspective, what I can say is the only kids who get highlighted are, or else they should be very naughty, or who are very good in the class. I think the other batch, the crowd, does not remember that much.
No, it's not like that. When students come, they introduce, they remind us, okay, sir, I belong to that batch, and remember my. Sometimes they share their naughtiness also. So I'm able to recall. So I said that were all things are forgotten, and it is all part of students' life. We have to take it in a positive sense.
Would you like to share with us any success stories which you have witnessed closely, like any from the students?
There are a number of stories because whenever students come, as I told you, they tell us about their achievements, what are their future plans. There are so many students who made a startup abroad and they're doing it successfully. So we come across so many.
So they still reach out to you, like
Yes.
explaining their achievements.
Yes, yes. They come, they tell us what they have achieved, what they are doing, and present scenario also they discuss job opportunities, all these things they're coming and discussing.
And also a personal question, like I meet a lot of people who are born and brought up in Kuwait, educated in Kuwait, but when it comes to actual career, they have to go back to India. So have you seen any students of yours struggling with that, or that they have coped up really well?
Well, I told you, they have the options of going abroad also, they have the options of going back to India also, and depends upon the choice of the parents, the choice of the students. Because the moment student enters into grade 11, they start hunting for their career. So they start planning what they have to do. So with the mutual discussion with the parents and their counselors and mentors, they make a decision. Because there are several factors that play an important role. Finance is another important factor. So they have to take a call what and where they have to study. And I think both the options are good.
Because I have personally met some people who studied over here till their bachelor's and maybe worked for a few years maybe. But again, due to some circumstances, like due to unavailability of visas or their parents had to travel, and at times what happens is they get laid off from the companies, and
Yeah.
out of nowhere they just have to leave the country. They have to abandon their home, and then they have to go back to India or anywhere they belong to. So have you met any people who had?
Yeah, there are many students we come across because of the parents' job. They have to go back and they have to make a new beginning. But they are able to adjust. It's not that they are not able to. They will make a start in India because their parents are basically their roots are in India. So the parents are able to cope up. They are able to adjust. Similarly, the children are able to adjust.
I think when we compare it to abroad, like Western countries, I think it's more easy they go from here and settle down back in India because the US and other Western countries are extremes. So for them to come over here back to India is difficult. But since here we have a good Indian community, they are aware of multiple cultures within India. Like they get to meet Malayalis and I think everyone. So it's easy for them to go back and settle down back in their roots.
Yeah, we have different cultural backgrounds in Kuwait, so
Exactly.
we are able to meet them, we are able to understand them, we are able to blend our culture with them. So we see a mini India in Kuwait.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially Salmi.
Yeah.
So, what is your advice to the young Indians who are confused whether to stay back in Gulf or move back to India or move to a Western country?
See, first of all, there is no definite destination for an individual. So, whether to stay in Kuwait, whether to stay in India, study abroad, this decision has to be taken on the basis of the stream they are interested into, what is the growth in the time to come, what are the opportunities and options in the near future. On the basis of that, they should make the selection. And furthermore, they should not take any decision under any kind of pressure or in the influence of others. We have our own journey. So we have to move on to this journey on our own. So the decisions are not to be taken on the basis of others. That is what I personally feel.
So they have to think over, they have to think what they want to do, and then take the decisions.
And then looking into the future options, what are the opportunities of growth in that profession, how their parents can support them. So there are factors like that, and not on the basis of the emotions of others.
Okay.
That is what I feel.
They have to focus on their interest areas
Yeah.
and go accordingly.
Exactly.
My other question to you is if you are addressing yourself, your younger self, when you first came to Kuwait, what advice would you give to yourself?
I feel I suggest that first of all, any newcomer should be patient and move slow, understand the situation and positions. They should not go after the titles and positions. Rather, they should just stick to themselves and work patiently. Understand the situation and the environment, and then proceed accordingly. So they should be compassionate, and speed is not that important. Accuracy is more important.
They don't have to act.
Yes. They have to understand the place because it is totally a different culture, different environment. So they should understand the place, understand the people. They should invest more into people rather than investing into anything else. Understanding people is very.
That's very good. My other question to you is when you look back into your journey, what are you more proud of, or what do you think you did great?
Initially, when I came to this place, I took it just as a part of my assignment. And but with the passage of time, I find that I am part of the system. And initially, I took my work like a disaster-like work, and but now I feel like that I am a part of the system. So I'm proud of myself that I've been mentoring students, I'm guiding them, I'm interacting with the parents, I'm supporting them, and they are also happy with me. They trust me. That trust that they have given to me is what is making me stay at this place and feel like at home.
So, what keeps you curious and active at this stage of life?
I feel like that every day is a challenge. Every question is a challenge. Every child is a challenge. So when I go to my institution, I feel like that it is a new challenge for me. And curiosity is the best anti-aging, which I feel like. So I enjoy every moment. Any challenge that is new to me, I enjoy. And to the best of my satisfaction, I perform. And I want to deliver the best. I've been into teaching profession for so many years. I've been educating children and educating families, parents, students, and you can give my mail ID whenever they wish, like they can contact them
That's really
for
great.
any kind of query that they have. Not only related to academics, it could be anything related to their life, any personal guidance. They're most welcome.
That's nice. That's really kind of you. Sir, thank you so much for being here and giving us your precious time.
A little surprise for you. Always cherish your hobbies and keep yourself engaged. Thank you. नदी चराग नदे हौसला तुझे मंजिल नदी चराग नदे हौसला तुझे तिनके कनी सही तू मगर आसरा तुझे मंजिल नदी चराग नदे हौसला तुझे मैंने ये कब कहा कि मेरे हक में हो जवान मैंने ये कब कहा कि मेरे हक में हो जवान लेकिन खामोश क्यों है तू लेकिन तू खामोश क्यों है कोई फैसला तो दे मंजिल न दे चराग न दे हौसला तो दे A piece of advice to your viewers. Over 35 years of academic excellence, physicist, educator, I offer academic advisory, consultation, and guidance to any one of you required for your academic support or otherwise in your future. You can always reach me out. Seeing you next time. Bye bye.